Hi guys, I'm Lauren. Welcome to my channel. It's so good to see you guys. Thank you for popping in. We are doing plant miss day something. I have no idea. It's been a number of days. I don't even know the date at this point. Need more coffee. Oh my gosh. Today we are just gonna go and check on propagations. We're gonna go digging through some prop boxes and some propagation jars and just kind of see what's going on. No promises. Hopefully no rot. Hopefully lots of roots. That would be nice. But yeah, and then we can kind of get an idea of what we're gonna have to pot up and not pot up for gift giving and whatnot. So that's kind of what's going on today. Let's get into it. So first up is this little tiny perlite propagation box. It's just a bunch of different experiments in here, so we're just gonna dig into that. Alright, I have not dug in here in a long time. It looks like we have some Hoya that's passed on. We have a rooted begonia. It's not super rooted. This box is really dry as well. And it's not focusing. 1 second. Okay, so here you go. This box is really dry, but this begonia kind of sucked it up buttercup and put out a lot. I'm kind of surprised. Alright. So that was a begonia experiment. I wasn't sure how well they were going to do. They've been in here a few months. They've put out pups. This one has a little bit of rot. Not very much roots. I think, yeah, it's slightly moist at the bottom, but it's pretty dry. So clearly the Hoya dig it though. Hoya Bella popping off like crazy. She's been in here a while now. So I should probably pot her up too. She's got little baby fuzzy roots, super cute. And then over here is the, wow, I think this is the queen. Yeah, the queen, because she wears the crown, so outside variegation. The white would be on the inside if it was the princess. So this is a crimson queen. She's got a lot of roots on her. Dang, look at her go. You go, queen. Hoya Curtsii is not digging being in here. That's rotted. No roots on that. Looks like it wants to root though. Maybe it needs a more moist environment. This one tried to root maybe? I don't know, that's not digging it. Maybe these need some spag. They need more moist environment. More humidity. This one rotted. Yeah, so I think we'll have to transfer these out. Hoya Bella really liked it. And then the queen. So maybe the thicker, more succulent versus the teeny tiny ones. Because these guys didn't really seem to dig the perlite either. I've had way more success in a couple of weeks in sphagnum than this perlite thing. So something to make note of. Alright, on to the next one. So I've got some propagation jars on these shelves, so I'm going to just take these down and then we can go through them. This is just a plastic dollar store container with Fittonia. It does not have a see-through lid, it has a metal lid. So I'm curious to see what's going on in here. So it's two types of Fittonia in here. It looks like we have many roots. It's actually stuck in there really good. So I'm not going to pull that out. Wow, look at all those roots. So these guys are all ready to be potted up and gifted to somebody. So that's pretty cool. Pretty stoked for that. These are big, beautiful Fittonia leaves, by the way. Super easy plant to care for. Next up here, we just have a jar with a whole bunch of different cuttings in it. It is a glass jar, but it has a clear plastic lid. So we can see there's the begonia cuttings. There's two different begonia cuttings in there, and I know that they have rooted for a fact, or they wouldn't be putting out such big foliage with the polka dots on it. We've got some roots on this pilea over here. Let me see. Yeah, quite a few roots on that pilea, so it'll be interesting to see if these pilea will actually grow more foliage from this particular leaf cutting. The Pilea peperomoides will only grow new foliage if you have the middle stem. I don't know if all the Pilea are like that though, so I'm kind of testing that theory right now. And over here is a Peperomia pink lady, and you can see it's tiny, tiny variegation. Look at that. And it's not getting too much sun, so it's not going to have a lot of pink. It looks more like a chameleon right now, but this is just a Peperomia pink lady. Very cool. Although they are relatives of each other. They're both two separate mutations, so. Is the same type of jar. I have Peperomia Napoli Nights that was rooting in water that I just bumped over into here. So that's this big leaf in the corner. It is not rooted yet. So I'm kind of doing this one-handed here because I gotta hold the camera too. This one in the corner over here is a Begonia. The leaf is actually rotted and sprouted all of these little baby Begonia leaves. So it's pretty cool. And then over here, I believe is some type of Peperomia, but I am not 100% sure what that is. No, it looks kind of more fuzzy. It looks more like a Begonia with a rotted leaf in there. So yeah, that'll be an interesting mystery one once it grows up a bit. We'll come back to that one for sure. Make a note. Alright, and this looks like a Begonia one. Oh, it's got all these little Begonia. Oh my gosh, I don't remember the name of this Begonia, but they're all rooted. They've all got foliage. Look at the little baby. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at the little baby fuzzies on these. Look at him. Oh, he's too cute. I love that. Oh, there's more over there. He's got so much new growth. Wow. Doing great. And this one over here. Oh my gosh, it keeps not wanting to focus. There we go. It looks like it has some foliage growing on the side there too. Yeah, off to the side. Oh, there you go. You can see a whole bunch more. It's got a whole bunch of leaves growing off there, that one big one. So that's kind of cool. I'll have to try to figure out the names of these Begonia and put them down for you. I am really bad with the Rex Begonias, so if you know off the top of your head, I'd much appreciate the identification in case I don't figure it out. But yep. So that's pretty much it for that one. And these are just sphagnum moss in these ones, guys. All except for the perlite one, the very first one I did. The rest are just sphagnum, in case I didn't mention that. And last but not least, we've got a big one in here. Oh my gosh. Guys! Okay, so this is a Peperomia abricose leaf cutting. And you could tell it's got, right over here, it's got a little leaf coming out and right there. So it's growing one plant there, and if it'll focus, here we go. So over here, right over there, it's getting a whole new plant out of that one. So it's actually growing two full plants from one half of a leaf cutting. This is why Peperomia are amazing, guys. Absolutely amazing. Definitely take the time to propagate your Peperomia, especially if you think they're dying. This is a Peperomia russo. I believe a Peperomia russo metallica. Not 100% sure. Definitely a Peperomia russo though. So this big one over here off to the side with all of the leaves coming out is actually from here going over to here. It's another Peperomia russo. This big leaf right here is a Peperomia Napoli Nights. And it's putting out all of that foliage down there for you. So these are all rooting very well in here. And then this is the tiniest, tiniest little piece of a Peperomia gravelans. I have no idea if it's going to make it. Not a clue. Alright, so I did go and pull that one out. It's got 3 little leaves and that little tiny bit of a root. It looks like it's got maybe trying to put out a root, and it's got a little tiny root. This thing is all that's left of a 2-inch pot plant that I got in the shipping. It shipped horribly. So if you guys are going to order this plant, I would highly recommend getting a bigger one rather than a smaller one. Peperomia notoriously ship horribly and have a bounce back period after they come. It's totally normal and it's totally fine. There just wasn't very much of this plant to be able to survive. And honestly, they'll get red on the bottom and they'll sit like little taco plants. See how it's shaped like a little taco? I'm not bending its leaf that way. It is that way. So they're more succulent and they have way more thick leaves and they feel more like an echeveria, honestly, than a peperomia, which is kind of different. So I treated it like I would any other peperomia, and maybe I did the wrong thing. Maybe I gave it too much high humidity. Maybe I didn't dry it out enough. I don't know. So if you have any tips on how to get this last little guy going, I'd really appreciate it. Alright, so I found this propagation bag as well, so we're going to dig into this. Alright, so right off the bat, I see that there's a little bit of mold from something that's rotted there. This is the mint Peperomia scandens coming from this big one right here, so that actually rooted really well. I believe this is a Peperomia Ruby Cascade. Not getting very much light, so not enough ruby maybe? Or maybe this is... Nope, I lied. I was wrong. This is actually a Hoya right here. These are brand new Hoya leaves. So that's what that is. You can see by the roots right there and then it follows it down. So there we go. That's pretty interesting. Pretty cool. So clearly the Hoya really likes the sphagnum. Definitely did not like the perlite. So we'll keep that in mind. This over here is the Peperomia Ruby Cascade. So they're doing okay in here. I have a big strand in my kitchen rooting in sphagnum moss with a lot more light and less humidity, and those ones are doing much better. And then this is Codonanthe. I don't know. Can't tell if it's rooted or not. Gotta go digging through. It's got some roots. Yeah, it's got some roots. It's rooted a little. This is Dischidia over here. So that's rooted actually. I might want to transfer that to its own pot soon. And then same with this. This is the Dischidia Million Hearts as well. I would love to get this variegated at some point. And then these are my little elbow string of hearts. I chopped them up a while ago. They mutated on their own from a regular string of hearts, if you don't know the history. And then they have white margins and not very much pink, if any pink at all, on the back. So this one got a little bit of pink, but not much. So I think I'm going to be potting these all up because they clearly have new growth and they have rooted. So these need to be potted up at some point as well. And I'm actually really happy that that kept going because what I cut back did not go and push out more of this growth. It reverted. So I was a little disappointed with that, but at least this is going really well. So there is that. I think we're done here, so I'm just going to clean this up really quick. Okay, in the very last propagation box I have for us to dig through today, I have one more, but we're not going to dig through that one because I just did it a few days ago, so I know nothing's happened. But this one I did a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. Like I said, I don't even know. We're in the holiday season. We're in Plantmas holiday season. I don't even know the passing of the days at this point. So we're just going to check on some of these. I did them at the very beginning of December. So I just want to see. So these are the Fittonia, the Golden Hawaiian Pothos Epipremnum. These are Philodendron Brazil. These are Philodendron Hederaceum. This is Peperomia Clusifolia, I believe. So, focus. Clusifolia has roots, so that'll be nice. We could probably pot this in sphagnum moss and gift it to somebody. A little bit longer, probably Christmas Eve We could do that maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave it there to grow more. Wow, this... Okay, guys. This is why Fittonia are nuts. Look at all those roots. I could totally pot this up right now. Like, plop it in soil, and it would go crazy. Could also just plop it in the sphagnum, and it would go crazy. It might enjoy perlite, too, actually, if you're one of those folks that likes to pot your plants up in perlite. Or pon. Have you guys tried any pon? As a side note, I was thinking about getting some. Whoop! I discovered new growth right here. But yeah, let me know about the pon. Oh, that's the new growth from when we potted this up. Even with the new growth, it rooted like crazy, guys. That's amazing. This is that 2-piece that we did. I'll try to link that video below in case you missed it if you're just popping on right now for this one. There we go. That new growth didn't open though. That was there when we cut it. It's not new growth. Let's see. Let's check out another. Yep. Bam, baby. Rootage. Look at that. He's so cute. So cute. Ugh, adorable. And actually this sphagnum is not that damp. I should probably give it a little bit more water. So that's just something to keep in mind. Those are the Philodendron Brazils. Variegated plants tend to root a lot slower than non-variegated plants. So that's another thing to keep in mind when you're propagating on a time limit. Don't expect your variegated plants to root as quickly as the non-variegated. Alright, so this is just a regular Philodendron Brazil. That one's not very rooted at all. Well, sad face. It just kind of blew my argument out of the water, didn't it? Way to go, Philodendron. Way to go. Oh my goodness. No. In all seriousness, I think this side did not get as much light as the other side because I keep it like right on the other side over there so you can see the light. Pardon all the boxes and whatnot. I've got to hide stuff somehow, guys, okay? I've got 3 brilliant kids. It's interesting to note that these Fittonia rooted so fast, though. Very excited about that. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun going through these little jars and stuff with you guys today. It was pretty awesome. And we will get some stuff potted up in the next few days. I've got to move stuff around. Plenty more planty awesomeness headed your way. Just depends on how long it takes for me to edit it. Oh my gosh. It's the editing that's killing me, guys. It really is. Yeah. So this is a bit more raw than normal, but hopefully you guys like that. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. Bye!